Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we have tonight 6 men's in the Rocket League South African community. I think, if I'm correct, this is part 5 of the 6 men's, and we already have Cool Guy in chat. We have Mohammed Yabiz in chat. Hello, guys, and the wonderful Jar of Jam is joining me tonight. Jar, say hi to the people out there.
Hi to the people out there, hello, and it's a pleasure to be here. As you can tell by my voice, I'm not exactly South African. I think it's pretty much obvious. I wouldn't be doing a South African accent, wouldn't even try, in case I offend someone, but I am from Europe, way up there in the north. And actually, the field we're currently on is pretty similar to what we have right here. We have in our country: cold winters, ponds freezing over, and people playing some hockey.
And you mentioned earlier that hockey is one of your guys' pro sports, so I think you might have some quite intriguing opinions about what's going to happen in this warm-up hockey game between these two teams. As you see, the names are Biltong and Rivers, and I told you already quickly you had a quick YouTube or Google what they are, or Google the two terms are.
I had to, yeah. I heard about Biltong, although immediately I couldn't tell what it was. And seemingly Biltong team isn't even participating. So, yes. Or rather, it didn't connect, so it seems like we'll have to restart this lobby. Which is a shame. Biltong drawers will have to wait for another day. But yeah, I've heard about Biltong drawers. I'm pretty sure drawers. I'm looking at the pronunciation guide. I'm pretty sure I'm messing this up again.
Oh, well, you're pretty accurate on that, coming from a non-South African. I must give that to you, though. So
I still need to really get into lean into the heavy South African accent, and I promised I wouldn't do that. So it'll be Biltong and
Dribbles.
Right, but yeah, it's a game between beef jerky and the dry sausage, which actually, it's a fantastic game.
Oh, that even sounds better in English. The dry sausage.
It says so here. This well, it's well, what else was, yeah, Africans literally dry sausage. What drovers is.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see then. DF says in chat it will be up now. He's just quickly recreating. So, and then he mentioned it's up. So let's get back into this. And let's see, where is my join private match?
Yeah, let's play some hockey, because really, actually, Snow Day for a period of time was quite a favorite of mine. It's special. It's obviously RLCS isn't happening on Snow Day, but we have some quite big events. Last year, I think in January, or well, it will be this year, obviously, January or December, there was a huge event made by RLXL. They've just completed another huge charity event for Doctors Without Borders. But then in December or January, they were gathering money for Shaltis, a well-known person in the Rocket League community, to get him back to his own state, I think, because he got stuck somewhere with a bad injury and he needed money for transporting. And there people played a lot of Snow Day. And it was the event that actually partly got me into Rocket League. Or at least I remember it fondly from my first days.
Yeah, that sounds quite interesting, though. And as you mentioned, the RLX, I can't get my finger around that name at this stage, but they did have a tournament just now. I saw someone thing about Alcedo saying they needed some signups. Did they get that signups at the end? I didn't follow up.
Unfortunately, don't have any information regarding that. But for those who have missed that, it was a huge 16-hour marathon of all the regions joining and just doing a relay race. And every single tournament was a different theme. So, for example, EU started with 1v1, but with regenerating boost. Then there was drop shots tournaments. I think a rumble tournament at some point. I don't think there was a single normal, like a 3v3 without any mutators. And I think it was fun. I believe they raised $1,000, which is still quite a sizable sum. And a lot of people. Well, it basically was a showcase in a certain way for all the various organizations. But I think by the end, 30 or so organizations all across the globe participated in that one.
Okay. Well, I mean, that game mode you're talking about sounds quite intriguing for me. Though, if you have like the 1v1 regenerating boost, or you put up the next one, next game is still 1v1, but you have the square ball or whatever. I think that could be some quite interesting, especially casting something like that would be quite interesting as well. Game constantly changing up.
Yeah, that is a mix-up, interesting mix-up of the gameplay, both for the casters and the viewers who are used to 3v3s, 2v2s sometimes. Again, there was a huge, I think, Face It tournament, although, or rather, broadcasted by Face It, but really it was the unit. I don't remember the name, but it got 40,000 viewers on Twitch, and it was a 2v2 somewhere in America, from what I remember. Yeah, it's a great way to play Rocket League. Although at one point, again, another thing I remember, well, not exactly fondly, but I do remember. It's ingrained in my brain now. It's 1v1 with the square ball with the mutator that actually slows time, so everything is slower by ×2. It's an interesting, really an interesting way to play the game or to practice the game, in which, since everything is slower ×2, you have more time to make your decisions and maybe practice some of your aerials, some of your dribbles. It's quite fun.
Well, now that you mention the slower play with the slow-mo effect, well, personally, what I happen to, I don't know what's the word for it. Oh, my English is ruined tonight. But sometimes what happens with me, when I do the slow motion thing and I can start air dribbling perfectly and whatever, and the moment the game speeds up to normal time, I like constantly fly past it or like far behind the ball, because I just like can't get my finger around why should this ball not be on my car, like, you know? So
it's hard. Well, that's why we got a team of professionals on the field to do that, and we're just sitting here and trying to point out what they did wrong. And it's actually quite a great position to be in, just to have all the judgment, but no responsibility. I think it's great.
Yeah. Well, I do see in chat someone's asking who's talking now, and well, I'm Alf today, and I'm joined tonight by someone from the EU who's not proudly South African and who's not used to 180 ping, and we can bash a little tonight regarding that. But he is the wonderful Jorov Jam.
Yeah, well, yeah, guys, I'm the only person in this server who has proper ping. I really apologize. I would love to share my beautiful ping with everyone else. Unfortunately, I can't do so. But I honestly, every single time I've heard about South African communities and African communities as a general playing on European servers with this dreadful ping, I had nothing but compassion for you guys, and really, I think it will be no joke when someone at some point, and we have actually gained, when South Africa finally gets their servers with the practice they got in this high ping, I think the South Africa would just completely destroy the whole Rocket League scene. Really,
you really think so?
Oh well, I come in peace. I come with gifts of maybe overhyping it a little bit too much, and there we have it. Let's go, Nanfo. Or Nyanfo.
And Nyanfo, he's actually, oh, what a nice shot though. Little flick to the side and just managed to catch that puck. As I was saying about Nyanfo, he's actually got quite an interesting background. I'm not sure if he was born in Americas, but he was somewhere born in Americas, lived and grown up in Frenchtown or whatever, and came to South Africa at one stage, and still got family in France. So yeah, he's also fluent in France and French, not in France. That's the country's name.
Well, I'm pretty sure when he gets to France, he will be fluent in whatever language they're speaking right there. So yeah, well, fluent in France as well. And there's a chance for Nyanfa as well, and he scores Nebi. Wow, he steals that from Nyanfa. Really, that was all Nyanfa on the wall. Look at this move. Bounce off the backboard, still gets on the end of that. It's just that he can't get that in the first try. And Nebi, oh Nebi, he gets that.
Nebi putting that in with the bottom of his calf. A little soft touch on this warm-up hockey game, and quite intrigued to see what these players are going to do and when they actually do have a real ball. Biltong sucks. Almost puts that in.
Well, yeah, some banter between the teams. obviously Biltong are the blue side, Drawers are the orange side, and Nini Lily Bay are he is putting a bit of that anger into that one. But Biltong, well, maybe they don't seem to suck for now. Drawers still haven't put a single shot on the net. There can be a first chance right there. As the puck is on the wall, and Biltong sucks. May prove that Biltong and these sucks. Open chance, but no one gets it. 3 players of Drawers in front of the net. No one's get the chance at that one.
And just so, and as you talk about Biltong sucks, Nini Lily Bayer, his real actual Steam name is CPZ Zebra, and him and Nyanfo is actually teammates with me in our leagues and so forth. But I think now that he plays versus Nyanfo, he needs to get that little bit of aggression over. That's where the
that's a shot! That's a shot! Wow, that had promise the moment it started, but I'm actually tense. Yeah, then is added a little oomph from that pinch on the wall, and it's a really great shot, as Zebra says. And what a shot that was. So still the Drawers are in this game, although I almost said ball. It's a little too much experience with the regular Rocket League, but it's obviously the puck. It's quite flat and it's rubbery, and it goes into the net of Drawers.
Off Drawers, as you said there. Once again, little pinch shot coming off there, I'm pretty sure there. Yeah, he pinched it off. Look at that speed as that puck just wobbles through.
It seemed like the Drawers were already thinking, hey, we're on the attack, and everyone was just in one line going towards the Biltong side. That didn't work for them at all. And Biltong sucks, or Zebra, I will be calling him all different names this evening, it seems.
Well, Biltong sucks would be fine. I mean, that's the name he's carrying himself with at this stage.
Let's see if Biltong can add a little bit more, and there it is, puck right in front of the net. Lazy Pro will bring that out and maybe play a passing game with the van. Doesn't seem like it, but a great ground pinch. Apparently you can do that in hockey as well. Does leave not the ball, the puck. God damn. I've heard the usual Rocket Hockey League casters say the opposite. They refer to the ball as puck when they are casting the normal Rocket League games. And they're also saying that the game is a little bit more faster, I think, in the regular Rocket League, the soccer.
The soccer, yeah.
Yes, it was a little bit harder for them.
Okay, I mean, this is pretty slow than what we are used to as well. And now that we mentioned the pace of the game, I'm quite curious to see how these players adapt when they go into their official best of sevens or and the second warm-up game, which is going to be actual soccer.
Right.
Oh, it's soccer, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I don't think you can make that pun with football. Look at that pinch. That goes all the way, and thankfully not into the net. Although if the curve and the spin was good enough on that one, that might have been in. What a shot. That almost circled the half, at least, of the arena. And still didn't go in. Drawers are down to almost their last minute. Finds 2 goals, and the puck seemingly is constantly stuck on their side. So Biltong, at least good in hockey. So let's see if they will be as good on the soccer field as well.
As we have Lazy with a little pinch over there. Lazy also playing for one of the top teams in the South African scene, and he almost had the shot there, but quick clearance there from the Nyanfo.
It was an open net for sure for Drawers. Unfortunately, they're struggling to make anything of their chances. There's another attempt. We see more orange players in front of the net. There's a pass. But Nino Lillebag can't get that one. And the puck, yet again, orange side, favorite spot for that. A little bit of a miss. It's sometimes really hard to judge where the puck is going. It's bouncing quite unpredictably, although in its own special way.
Oh,
so if you're used to the ball bounces, certainly you will be absolutely surprised with where this puck is going. And 14, 13, 12 seconds, Drawers can't get anything in this match. But this is only a warm-up one. This is just for funsies, and I have to say it has been really fun. Haven't seen or even casted, I think. Oh, well, haven't seen a hockey game in a long while, and I don't think I've even ever casted one.
Indeed, I have never casted one myself, to be honest. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And in chat we see someone says, I already finished my chips. I don't know if that might be because the game was a bit delayed there with the Bayonet not connecting. So Mohammed, go grab you some more popcorn or chips if you all like, and come enjoy the second warm-up game, which indeed will have a regular bowl and will be of regular Rocket League rules.
All right, well, we'll see how that works then. Both teams are currently actually also asking what will happen next. And Biltong in this first game looked solid, really got the Drawers team on their side and didn't let them out. Only 3 shots versus 6, although Bayonet on the side of Biltong was a bit of a, well, the third man. He didn't do anything wrong, it seems, but didn't, those 35 points do tell a story that there's a some banter in the chat yet again. Biltong sucks, seemingly bringing all the banter to this game, both in the team names, or rather the nicknames, and in the chat as well. And there we go, in the rainy DFH Stadium. I hope the field won't be as slippery as in the hockey game, but everyone I think should be here and ready to start this one.
Most definitely, I think so as well. And I just know that Bayonet had a little bit of controller issues apparently.
No.
That's why he wasn't connecting at first. And now, what's the next one? Was apparently someone's mic is not working in their comms. So that's why there's a delay this time around. So it seems like a bit of a troublesome, almost as good as our SPL cast of last night.
It happens. It happens. The control issues, well, you can always grab a keyboard, play absolutely terribly if you're not used to it. But hey, in that 2v2 tournament, I think that was it. Yeah, the FaZe 2v2 tournament broadcasted on, I think, CBS, or one of the major American television networks. If you saw that, there was a dad playing with his son on the team. I think he replaced his teammate that was maybe ill or couldn't make it.
Yes.
So even dads can get into this game, have never before played it, and still do. He scored 1 goal, although that might have been a pity goal, really.
I don't know if you saw the goal he scored at the end of the day.
I've heard about it. It has been described to me, but I haven't seen the replay as is.
I actually went and I was like on Reddit and I saw Dad scored and everybody's just got Dad crazy there on Reddit. I was like, okay, who is Dad? I mean, this guy must be so amazing because he played versus Rizzo and he scored apparently a sick goal. And I went to watch this replay thing and I see this guy. I'm not really sure what he's doing, and he's just reversing in circles at one stage, and he's reversing, and Rizzo and his teammate is just like sitting there at one stage and just waiting a bit, and then Dad hits it with his back of his car into net, and then it's like everybody just erupts. It's like Dad scored. I was like, and the post-interview, the interviewer asked, it's like, so how did you feel when you scored? And he's just like, actually, I didn't know how to turn my car around, and I just kept on pressing buttons. So yeah, that was really something to like enjoy.
Fantastic.
And I mean, that was something he could enjoy with his son, and that's something Rocket League is all about. I mean, this game is such a you can play it so casual if you want to, and it shows us that even the casual, super casual gamers can get into this and go on big stage sometime.
Yeah, and the fact that the Twitch chat, I think it's a lot to do with the Twitch chat, because I think I've seen this happen before. Really, when they want to cheer for someone, they will do so hard. They'll find someone who is in a broadcast. He's maybe an underdog or even someone completely else. And whenever this person happens to be on the screen, Twitch chat will just go mental. And it's fun, really. It's really good. Rest from what usually Twitch chat is. Thankfully, we're broadcasting on YouTube, so Twitch chat.
To be honest, there's a Twitch link in there as well if you want to.
God damn it!
So, but fortunate enough for me,
Twitch chat.
The Twitch people of mine is just normal South Africans. I haven't really come across a lot of EU or NA, hardcore Twitch fans. So.
No, let's be honest. It's really the Rocket League scene itself that is absolutely amazing and friendly. And we actually have our first goal while I was talking. there a goal has happened, and it actually is by drawers. They have been really not getting any chances, and here they have the opening goal of this proper soccer game.
Yeah, no. Once again, the bands are coming out there from our, was it the Drovos team? I think it's the Drovos team. So, yeah, actually watching Twitch chat on, well, not Twitch chat, the chat at this stage, we have spamming exclamation mark rewards. Guys, this is not our live stream, just by the way.
Wait a minute, the second goal, what happened? Why is suddenly Lazy? He wasn't the man having troubles with his controls, but Lazy is suddenly scoring one after the other, and Yanfo and Nebi, actually a fake kickoff, or just lag issues and everyone misses. But really, this suddenly has picked up pace after that slow hockey game, with people maybe not being comfortable with being played here on the field, on a proper soccer field. They are suddenly so quick with their plays, and fortunately that will roll in, and then will he be outplayed? No! Then is safe as ever. Nyanfo, little chip, and actually that tricks the whole Drawers team. And what a save again. BM in the chat, because why not? Because that was really chip, and it's it.
Well, the chat made me watch my OBS now, because they said I was muted, and looking at my stream details, I'm definitely not muted.
Let me listen.
Oh, well, you can go listen to that while these guys go off, and let's see if Mr. Nyanfo from the top South African team can do anything with this ball. And him and Boltong sucks being in the same team. I wonder how complicated this is for these two playing each other in this competitive format they are playing at this stage.
I don't know. I think it's really fun to them. They never get the chance to do something like that. They might know how each other is playing, although that's really a hero. Look at that shot, bayonet.
Oh, what a save!
Even through the post, but what a save! That was destined for that top left corner. It was going in, and the precision is just amazing with the South African guys. Both teams really, the South Africans versus the South Africans. It's also, but Dianvo, look at his dribbling skills, are really just killed by Nini Lilibay.
Yeah.
But wow, quick play, and these guys, I'm still absolutely.
Oh,
wow, Nebi. First of all, what a goal! But the fact that all these tricks, all these shots are being made on 200 ping still blows my mind. South African, I'm gonna be a South African fan, or a South African scene fan after this stream ends. That's for sure.
Shout out to Blake's mom. Who's Blake? Probably one of his friends, as we now have Nyanfo in the air then. Let's see if the Panthers actually also a new team in the sea. They actually started somewhere after our league play ended, and they've been rising up very quickly in terms of a recognized team. So,
well, really, since I'm a guest in this stream, I'm not that familiar with South African scene, obviously. But really, it would be interesting as soon. Well, I think the problem was that in European RLCS, or in North American RLCS as well, plus OC, let's not forget about region as well, there was a rule whenever the teams were going to, well, the team was registering, he couldn't have a player that wasn't in Europe or from North America. So really it limited the chances for example, for South African teams. So really even one team was disqualified just because one of the players was, I think, from Algiers or Tunis,
Morocco,
one of these two.
One of the
Morocco, yes, mostly one of these. They're all roughly in the same region, I think. So that was a shame. But really, at some point, I would really love to see if Rocket League, the World Championship of Rocket League, will do something like the other huge esports will do when for the World Championship. They bring a couple of wildcard teams from regions that aren't usually playing in those tournaments.
Yeah.
And maybe the South Africa will be there as well. Or maybe we'll see someone from a region we're not really familiar with.
Oh.
Still, Bayonet is firing on all cylinders. A save, we've seen an amazing one from him before. Now he brings the ball all the way from his side, from that left flank. Outplays two on the flank. Also outplays Lazy Proteus. Drawers are in a bit of a pickle.
Have you seen the power he got on that flick? I mean, that was such a tight angle to get it off as well.
Well, he does that with these, but my god, what are you guys doing? What this? I'm still a bit baffled by the level of play. Lazy Produce will be trying to play this for Ben. See, he is not tricking them. He's just shooting them a nice chip in the net. Brings the score to 3-3. Bro, worst net out of this. Biltong says, my bad, but really, is it your bad? You're on the other side of the field. You're just cheering for your team. You say, yay, you did a great job.
Oh, Bayonet having a little bit of backflip there. He actually joined up with, I believe, the Academy team. For which one my team plays for and Nyanfo plays for. So, not really sure. Okay, I think they've ended up in our Premier League sometimes. But here goes Biltong with a nice aerial pass center field. But Enik just not being able to read that well. But a nice backcourt clear there from the lazy player. Definitely not being lazy.
Lazy, or is that his hashtag actually? Is his nickname Lazy? I've been calling.
It's usually he calls himself lazy but also just lazy. But the hashtag comes in for the car he's currently driving in, the Proteus.
Oh yeah, I guess. What a car! A little bug. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but look at that. It's adorable. Also great bubbly paint on it.
Oh, have you seen this
that
pass?
One Biltong, my god! Sneaks that one in with 11 seconds left. Biltong may be in heaps of trouble, as there will be not enough time. But look at then. Oh, what a pass by him. Or again, which one is a nickname? Is Pan the nickname or if Vency is a nickname?
The Nick, I guess. The Nick is the nickname, and Panth is the team name, which he usually plays for. Obviously, at this stage, he's playing for Dribbles. Or is it Biltong?
Right.
It's Biltong.
I had to ask because sometimes the team, the clan is being put in front, sometimes it's back there. Obviously, two of these players are going in the back. For Nyanfo, at least, it's reasonably understandable which is his team name or which not. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there's a player who's called LP. It's a nickname just as any other, so why not?
Well, if you look at my name there at the bottom of the screen, you also have LP Elf, so
right.
two LPs.
Hey, teammates.
Yeah, so yeah, we are teammates as well, coupled with so it's me, Nyanfo, and then obviously Biltong Sucks, being in one team, and then I do not think there's other teammates here playing on this stage, no. And oh, Biltong Sucks with the the banter in chat there once again, coming from him.
He is the solo source of all the banter. And well, it's a friendly banter, I'm sure of that. Just some friendly guys having a lad's nights out and just shooting in between each other.
So now we must remember that warm-ups are done. We are actually now moving into the best of 7 between these guys. And once again, chat is saying my mic is muted, but this time I'm not going to check because I got my OBS open and I see my mic moving around.
Chat, you wouldn't trick him so easily. I actually went and listened to it. No, it wasn't. Certainly wasn't checked, at least at that point, muted at that point when I checked. Also, there's now a player in our lobby which is called I Hate Everyone in Elf's Chat, but then there's a heart symbol. Let's figure out who that is.
See. Okay, Biltong Sucks is still there. Bayonet's still there. Jar of Jam is still there. Whew.
Yeah, I'm still here.
And then
that's not my nickname.
Nyanfo, Nebi. So, okay, the Nick, he went away to reset his route so quickly. Apparently the neighbors or some sort is connecting to his Wi-Fi. So, it should be... No, Nebi is still there. Who played in one team? It was Nebi. Oh, it's Lazy.
Right, yeah. We're missing Lazy, and I'm assuming it's him.
It must be the lazy man who hates everyone in chat. Sorry, everyone in chat. Apparently, Lazy hates you. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I feel like a true Canadian at this stage.
I'm pretty sure you're all lovely people in Elf chat. From what I've seen from a little glimpse, you're all lovely people. So, it's in jest. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. There's a heart symbol at the end. You can consider this to be like a sarcasm sign. Yeah. I hate everyone in the self chat. Love, really, kidding, just kidding. You're all lovely people.
And DF.
I'm pretty sure he is in your chat as well. So.
Well, he might be. I mean.
Yeah.
Well, DF just notified everyone there in chat as well. He says, we will be recreating lobby until everyone is fine with ping. Because that is something that happens to us here in South Africa. Is we tend to connect to whichever server we connect to in Europe. And sometimes some people's ping or just get routed weirdly to that server. And that ends up being 260 to 300 ping, and then it's just unplayable.
Ooh, God, yeah, you don't want that. But yeah, if indeed that can happen, you can get a good server as good as you can possibly get.
Yes.
Then why not do that?
And if you're lucky enough to stay at, I think it is Cape Town, it's like the lowest part of Africa, you have the most direct route to the fiber line that goes back to Europe. So you get the best ping, which is normally averages to 150 to 160. If you're lucky.
That's still a lot. I've played on the North American servers just for giggles with friends. It was playable, but really to play at a high level with that ping, when you know that sometimes you make a right move, but the game says, didn't happen. Just low or too fast again.
Oh, yeah, indeed. If you
I know
actually
it's a struggle.
Backtrack a little bit on my channel, and actually just like a few hours ago, I was playing an randoms tournament which one of our guys organized, and we had a little, I think it was 6 teams that participated, but we randomed teammates. So you were not playing with people you were used to play. And there was one stage I went up for the ball, I hit it so hard cross field, it probably went over halfway, and then my game caught up, and it was like on my side of the field. I'm like, guys, I hope you were there, because I didn't see that at all.
Right. Well, Bjorn Hamill says in the chat who will be playing against on our own servers, the other 99 people who play IRL in Africa. I'm pretty sure there's more than 99 people. But, Elf, if there are no limitations as to who can join these tournaments, I might actually cheat and join one. And be the king with my 40 ping or something.
Oh, the people is actually leaving the match. There might be a recreation here.
All right, let's leave as well.
I'm going to leave. I'm going to sit here in the lobby, and you guys can watch my beautiful painted Octane. I'm running without the heatwave at this stage, since the heatwave just breaks the colored painted Octanes a bit for me.
And then right next to that beautiful Octane is a bunny mobile with ears and a Gfinity flag. I love to use this car. I don't use it for anything but the streams when I'm casting. It's only for that, just for reals. Everyone brings their kitted out cars, like amazing ones, and now it's, hey, look at that, a bunny mobile.
That actually happened once. I can't exactly remember which car I was running with, or maybe it was the Octane, but it was painted like a pinkish color or some sort, and I just ended up, someone in chat just saying, oh gross, what car are you running with? And I was like, well, if you guys want to tell me what cars I should check, then please do. And no one came back to me. I felt so sad.
Actually, this gives me an idea. Maybe I should make this a little bit pinker. Is there a pink somewhere?
It will fit.
Yeah, there is.
It will fit with the
pink.
bunny.
Can I make it? Oh, this pink, that pink. I need to. Oh, I think this will be the best one. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'll now be a bit pinker.
Are you ready?
Just to match the color of my ears, the inside of the bunny ears. Just make it a little bit pinker.
Well, the Byron, us about the other 99 people play all in Africa. Remember that. Oh, these guys are already playing, and we were still busy chit-chatting. Let's jump in.
Well, they just started 3 seconds in. We're just on time. Nothing has been scored, but Drawers has opened the scoring in the previous match. Lazy is back to his lazy name, but he is now I hate you, chat. Hashtag. And Nebby, well, with a great setup for one of his teammates. Now a quick clear to the other side with Vence and Lazy picking it up. Biltong, no chance. Too late on that one.
Nice.
Let's see if Drawers can open the scoring here as well. But the ping, yeah, I don't think the guy's got the best ping. Still in the region of 200s, but at least not 300, the worst.
Indeed, and Barnett with a little clear there, and now Nyan for picking that up, and will he chase this down? And he actually manages to get a pinch down with Biltong sucks, and Barnett being there, but not really picking it up. He just threw a bit of position away there with Nebby up on the wall, and these guys are playing quite fast at this stage.
This is the best of 7, so proper games are starting right now. No slacking off, no joking around, no fiddling with the freestyle that he shouldn't have been fiddling with. So Drawers and Biltong will win this 7 games, maximum 7 games. Obviously, we can go 4-0 and then we'll be out here quicker. That you can say Biltong sucks in the Lily Bay. But for now, it's a slow one. Slow opener in the sense that there are no goals scored, but both the teams still on all cylinders, so quick on the field and exchanging counterattack one after the other.
Let's see, Building Zags with a nice little pass into field, but Lazy isn't going to pick that up at the back. Will he get the nice hard clear? He actually tries for it, but he's not going to get another one there. As Bionet gets the pass, and Yanfo gets to pop over. Nick fail flips and
no,
what?
No.
Did Bionet just save that?
Yeah, they did. It took 2 players, but they did. Off the post, just a little bit of precision by Biltong. But Nyanfo loves those little chips. I've seen him do this before. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to do that. Maybe he is a proficient 1v1 player, who knows. And Bayonetta tries to push the players of Drawers out of the way. With chance for Nyanfo as he's playing that off the backboard, but a miss. And this goes back to a chance for Biltong that was. If only they had a little more precision and a little less players of Drawers in that net.
Yeah, as you said about Nyanso being a 1v1 player, he is actually Diamond 1, I think, in his ones at this stage, and that is one of his favorite game modes, so that skill definitely comes from the 1v1 side of things. As we actually see Biltong Sucks getting the pass from Nick, I'll just call him Nick. What a nice setup from him. He just went straight to the thing, and as you can see, he has the tag on there, Season 3 Grand Champion.
Well, if you are hoping for someone in your team to score, it better be the Season 3 Grand Champion. And again, another shout out by Biltong Sucks to Jason Warfield. Not sure why he hates him, but still Nyanfo with a great shot off the crossbar, not in. Follow up by Nebi, still miss on that one. Just precision isn't as good, but they're getting their chances. Biltong are seeing Nyanfo trying for a dribble and a flick. Oh, got away from him. Initial actually Drawers, that was the first shot, but their team, and it already was the result of one. So if it ends this way, it will be a bit surprising if the team who only had 1 shot on the net wins this, despite Biltong putting 4 at this point. But stranger things have happened. Lazy with the setup of his own, but with the ball on that flank, I don't think they have any chance of bringing this into the net.
Well, Nyanfo trying to get that ball up high. A little pinch there, maybe trying to go for the shot, but blocked so sweetly by team Orange. Once again, I forgot who they're playing for. I think it's Biltong. No.
Biltong is blue ones, Drawers is orange.
I think I need to make a little mental note about the colors, because for some reason I keep mixing them up at this stage.
I think it's because Biltong Sucks is on Drawers, so maybe you've drawn to that name. And what a chance from a flank! There was only cross. Well, Venek will be getting on the end of his own pass to the backboard. He tried, but against 3 players on the side of the Biltong, he couldn't do so. Passing place, and that is going all wide. Ball is brought by the Biltong to the orange side, and actually got by the Drawers side as well. So they're not letting Biltong even touch the ball at this point.
We have 1 minute 55 seconds actually remaining as Nick tries to put this one over, but maybe he shuts that off now very quickly to him. Picks up the back boost and Lazy. What a hard clear. That's actually on target, but Nyanfo catches that. Pure 1v1 skills, gets it past one, gets that pop to the backboard, and will there be a follow-up? Unfortunately for them, Lazy Butt is too quick.
There's a chance Nyanfo again was almost in that dribbling mode and still on the ball. He's constantly the first one to touch that. Waiting on the initial, a bayonet comes out of nowhere, out of crossbar, out! That was, I think, the second time he did that. Another chance for him. That's a slow roller, and he can't recover in time. Oh, what a shame, Lazy. You tried so hard, but that just wasn't enough in this case.
Oh, maybe a little bit overcommitting there, but Barnett having that shot at the end. But that bounce shot was so difficult for the goalies to save.
We are getting some interesting games here. The previous one went into Drawers' favor at the last possible moment, 11 seconds remaining. Now it's 21 seconds remaining, and it's a tie game by Biltong. And since they're on it yet, Bayonet, I've discounted them before, but I think if he was the man who had been having troubles with his controller, he has certainly fixed them, and one after the other. What a shots he's pulling off. And Drawers still only on 2 shots, 7 from Biltong. Quick kickoff shot. That could have been a really quick starter from this one.
Oh, and a last pass coming.
Controlled Bayonet. They are playing with fire, but then Nick finds it in the midfield and puts it in for another victory for Drovers. 1-0 in the proper best of 7 series.
Oh, look at that. He was just in the right place at the right time, and he just said, listen, I'm not going to move from this spot. Just pass me the ball and I'll backflip it in.
And that just shows that Drovers, yes, they lost their first match in Snow Day, but they're still looking quite solid on the proper soccer field. So maybe some mind games. So let the opponent think that we're bad at this game. And then Biltong Sucks is communicating with the YouTube chat by the means of the Rocket League chat. So hello, Lucas Lombard.
That would be, if I'm correct, DF. Oh, not DF. DF is someone else. Luke. Oh, Heisenberg Luke. That would be his PSN ID. So now we see chat saying 1-0 to Drovers, and Byron asking, did Biltong forfeit? Why would they forfeit? No. It's 2-1 in the game, obviously, as you can see it on screen, but Biltong lost this one game. Still a lot of games more to play. It's best of 7. One team needs 4 wins. Who hasn't pressed ready? dfthaman. DF,
was it you?
The man.
Come on.
Let me quickly remember. I think I told DF the man. No, that's how I pronounce it. My fellow caster and I, we were talking about dfthaman or dfthaman or something like that. We had this thick Mexican accent or Jamaican accent, to be honest. And then he came on Discord one day and he's like, no, it's like DF the man. You said DF pause the man. I'm like, oh.
I was thinking about trying it with a Jamaican accent, but again, I better not try. Well, I hope I'm a bit proficient with the accents, but really not from out of the blue. What a pitch off the wall that is! Nick finds Bayonet on the other end, but
let's see if this time around if Biltong can actually manage to win this, as Drovers does hold that momentum from the first game. But then again, we did see overtime. Ooh, a little bit misplaced there. I think Nianfo thought that Lazy will get the touch to that, and Lazy just faked it out. I'll say faked it out.
He faked out his own teammate, was it? That was quite a quick one. And now we are in the... It's Utopia. No, is it Utopia? I'm mixing them up. No, it's not Utopia. It's Beckwick Park.
Yes, it's the park. And
again, it's raining. What is it with the raining? Who is picking the rain maps constantly? Is it to beat the heat? Actually, speaking of the heat, how hot it is currently in South Africa? Because Europe is dying right now.
You mean dying with heat?
Yes, dying because of heat. Both a bit figuratively and literally, because I think the heat strokes rates are on the rise.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if Nianfo missing that net, putting that to the side, and Bayonet trying to go for a little bit of a handbrake turn to get himself back into position as Lazy puts that up high. Will there be a follow-up? No, Nebi kills it to the corner. And, ooh, what a little bit of bumping going on there and there. As the Nick pushes this up high and it's a shot on net, but Nebi gets there just in time to get the clear. And this ball's rolling with no one at the back.
Oh no, why? Why was that pass straight to Nianfo? He expected that. Nianfo cut the angle and got onto that clear, but unfortunately the precision not there. Again, I love all these shots really, but every single shot looks so majestic, but it always is just an inch too short of that goal. But this still means that the players know where to shoot. It's just they need a little bit of luck, a little bit more precision. Biltong Sucks gets...
Oh, that was a bit risky. Bayonet getting the kill there, and just no Lazy. Did he intend to go down and then just like, nope, I'm just gonna fake you out, or did he just overcommit a bit there? Looks like...
I think he thought it would go a little bit lower, really. On my screen, actually, surprisingly enough, I was the man lagging. That usually doesn't happen, especially on European servers. That was a little... That ball went to the center of the field, and then, yep, rubber banded straight into the goal. First one for me in this tournament. Nianfo tries to man that with Nebi on the follow-up. Another one of the slow jumpers that doesn't find the net. With a clear count, Biltong does clear it to the flank.
little bit of a panic going on there from the side of the Drovers, because no one can get that in net. And now Bayonet, oh, he gets it past Nick. He's gonna go for a little aerial play. Will he get the pinch off? He actually fakes out his friend Nyanfo, as Nyanfo now tried to get the center. And this stage, a bit of ping pong going on, like nothing really happening, and Bayonet doing a little bit of backflips. Again, killing Nyanfo.
Look at that pinch. I was surprised that the Nick wasn't going for that one. That was, I think, a prime chance for him. Another long shot. That is in for certain. What is it with the South African, South African. Keep confusing you guys. You're not similar at all. But what is it with these South African snipers? One after the other, I see these shots. My God, Drovers are putting a bid to win this whole series, with Biltong really seemingly lost on the field. Game certainly has slowed down from the previous match and the beginning of this game. Suddenly, apparently no one has the power to play as fast as they can anymore. But it works for Drovers. Really, they won the previous one 2-1. Went to them. Wait, another shot now. It goes in. They've tried to do that for such a long time. The crossbar always denied, and finally Biltong find one from the flank. Constant long shots.
That was a screamer. I really want to know what that KPI would have been if it wasn't onto the crossbar.
Yeah. Shame. Well, maybe another one will fly in. I'm pretty sure that I didn't get the speed on that shot by Biltong on the flank, but I think that was quite a powerful one as well. Orange team finds themselves all out in that blue side, but if they lose the ball like that, no chances for them. Nyanfo used to being bumped, certainly. Loses the ball in the process. Biltong, minute for them to get back into this game. We've seen them tied up the game previous one, but in the end they still succumb to the Drovers and their play. Still, it will be interesting to see who wins this one, as I'd say both of the teams, really Nyanfo and Bayonet on the other side. Though Bayonet, despite being really a driving force for his team in the previous game, this time a little bit silent, only one shot right there. Nebi isn't seen either. On the other side, Drovers, for Biltong and Lazy, they both have contributed something, and there's a chance. Shot on the net, followed up by Bayonet. He also finds the net. Glory for Bayonet, as the crossbar doesn't deny him this time. Maybe Biltong are now in the favor of, or the crossbar is favoring the Biltong.
No.
And every single shot that hits there will be theirs. 30 seconds, another tie game.
Let's see this as in the community, I'm known as a crossbar king. I can hit crossbar shot off the crossbar, not intending it though, but still. Oh, what a hit by Nyanfo. He actually hit Biltong so far away. And now we have Nyanfo trying to catch a ball. Oh, he actually hit it into one of the Drovers players. And now let's see what's going to happen here. The game is tied up once again.
Sorry, the YouTube chat is trolling you again. I'm not muted. I've just checked it.
Oh,
the moment they wrote it, I turned off the volume. Chat, sorry, you can't bamboozle us as easily. No, siree.
This is starting to feel
This
worse.
Goes for you, Lucas. This goes for you, a man. Yes, another overtime. This might be a long one, really.
Overtime, and this is also game 2, and game 2 has also overtime. So that means 2 overtimes, 2 games, and Lazy still hates the chat, so.
Oh, yes, they are just go run it. They are, well, this basically gives Biltong extra chances, and there's a chance for them. Crossbar this time denies it. Oh no, the crossbar now looks elsewhere. Chance for Bayonet.
Oh, side post!
Post. I feel a crossbar is coming yet again. Nyan, really slow dribble, doesn't get that in. Ball still dangerously inside. The draw works in one shot after the other. Biltong is still outshooting the Drovers side by the margin of 2 or 3 times. And it's still
has a shot
right there.
Miss!
Wow!
Just
Drovers. Really, this is by this point, it's a chance for Drovers to just bring out all the attacking, I don't know, attacks and shots from Biltong, and then quickly bring one in to the side of Biltong, and they might do just that. There's a chance. Lazy with a follow-up from the, oh no, Biltong sucks, does find Nyanfo right there. Nyanfo finds that safe shot, slow roller, Lazy puts it in. Second game for Drovers.
Well, look how Lazy. First he goes around, gets boozed, noticed like there's no one up for that. I'll just take this and speed see this through and puts it down so quickly. What a shot from him, and that puts Drovers up 2-0 in a best of 7, and they need 2 more games to win this best of 7. They are also now with the momentum on their side. Boltong needs to start shaping up. I mean, they've been putting so much shots on net, they've been having so much pressure, but it just seems like their defense is lacking.
It is a bit, although it's another game where it was really close. Although Biltong really needs to find those finishing moves, really. A lot of shots, but every single one of them, almost every single one of them, is a bit to the side. A miss. Shame for them. But there's a question from Lucas Lombard in the chat. What do you think of these South African news? Or noobs, as he was trying to say. I've mentioned it before. I'm loving the way you guys are playing on this ping. The fact that you're still pulling off some amazing maneuvers. I love it. So I hope that at some point you'll get to play on the proper ping, and that'll show everyone that South Africa, I apologize yet again. Sorry. It's just ingrained in there somewhere. I rarely say South Africa. I don't often say South America either. But my brain, for whatever reason, goes.
The EU, South American or America thing comes a bit more frequent. I mean, especially in Rocket League communities you guys are working in, SPL being North American and EU organization. I mean, you probably get more South American teams probably participating somewhere than you ever see South African teams.
I've never got the data on how many South American teams are joining the North American tournaments on the SPL side. Same goes for PRL, Pro Rivalry League, another organization I'm working with. But on the other hand, I don't know how many non-European teams are joining the European tournaments. From what I know, usually it's at least 1 or 2 North American teams who are playing in the European tournaments. So they decide to find their luck here. And I don't believe a single time that a North American team has won one of these European tournaments.
Well, I was watching some RLCS overtimes, and I believe Rogue came 4th in one of the DreamHack or some tournament. I think that's like the highest in a game.
Did they participate in the European one in Stockholm, or did they play in North America? Because there was a DreamHack Atlanta. And then there was DreamHack, the original DreamHack, the Swedish DreamHack.
Yeah, they played in Sweden. Their organization actually flew them over, and they came to play in Sweden with, I think it was, Riz was apparently sick, and I know Matt plays for them as well. I can't remember his third, but he was apparently also very sick. They said they had problems. They lost their luggage at the airport and still came and performed to be 4th. So I hope one day we can go over to EU and say, listen guys, we're from South Africa, and this is what we got.
Yeah, well, I will welcome you guys with open arms, really. Still, it's a bit a different thing to play a tournament online versus playing it live, and it really swings both ways. In online, obviously, the ping issue. In real life, not everyone is used to playing LANs, and if you're going to Europe from North America, for example, if you have never traveled, and Janvo, that's almost a traveling violation, the way he was dribbling that one. But finally, an opening for Biltong. I think the one they've been looking for a long, long time. Now the question whether the draw wars and their momentum that they had in the first 2 games will help them out here. Well, finally, it's the time for Biltong to rise and shine.
Now, the real question is Biltong now really ready to amp up their game? Janvo missed that, but behind net, being there just in time. Maybe now clearing this even further with once again getting that shot on, but quickly blocked by Biltong Sucks, which is CPZ Zebra for those in chat who knows him. And then we have Janvo waiting on this ball, pops it over. Oh, he doesn't get over, Nick.
And Lazy actually is I freaking love you chat. He's constantly chaining that dangerous moment in front of Drower's side. And there's Nevi trying to put a shot on it with all the other members waiting. Maybe they can get a bounce out. No dice. Drower's will be the ones who will be leading the ball out. Quick opening from Biltong, but nothing just yet. Both teams are even in the shots. And with the chances from Drower's not really showing it. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see the same stat line at the end of this match, which is Biltong completely outshooting the side of the Drovers. And there comes yet another shot, the 3rd one for them, and that results in another amazing goal down to the ground with the ball, says Bayonet. That was that.
Yeah, I touched on this, I think, in game 2 somewhere when the chat is going hammered at this stage with the banter of quick spam chats there. But as I was saying before, that chat spam, that bounce shots is so difficult for goalkeepers to actually realize where that ball is going. They need to get there before that ball actually touches the ground.
Yeah, it's you need to sort of realize that this is the shot that the opponent is going for. It's really hard, and it's quick. It's goddamn quick. You can sort of maybe try and reposition yourself for a quick shot, just try and get in the way, but to read something like that is incredibly hard. Chance for Biltong Sucks, who decided to just frolic in that left flank, follow up by the Thanik. Promising. These shots by Drox are certainly promising, though maybe there's not enough vision on the field as to what's happening. And Bayonet's trying to add another one to his goal collection, still on that flank, still waiting. Little bump. No, that's Mianfo could have out-chipped the Drower side, but Bayonet unfortunately can't.
Nianfo seems like he's been role changing a bit now. He was constantly attacking the first 2 games, and it seems like he's a bit more back. And as I said, he's doing a little bit of reverse flying there in front of the positions now. So he just cursed me. You know, the old caster's curse.
Sorry, I'm just giggling because the chat is dropping all the memes. Every single meme there is in existence. They edited just a little bit to fit the chat, the Rocket League or UL. Or some of the players here on the field, and they just go with it.
What does it mean to say when Elf ring Yanfo is kill? No. As looking at chat, Bayonet comes in and takes his hat-trick, I believe.
And look at what he does. He finds the Drovers players basically hitting each other, steals the ball so quickly no one can have time to blink, and puts that into the net. This is going heavily in the way of Biltong. And Biltong Sucks Zero says that he's playing with 2 hands now. He's been doing the 1-hand challenge. There's one, and there's the quick opener. Lazy and the Nick together are playing this one. Biltong Sucks didn't even need it. But he really was a bit off in this game. What a quick pass to the center. And I think Biltong Sucks, if he would have gotten a piece of that, I don't think he would put it into the net. No, this time it's all the Nick and Lazy.
Oh, Bolton says if the band's in chat, I can literally let the bronze deal with you. As we know and see his tag, he is actually a Season 3 Grand Champ, and I think he went up until Diamond 3s so far in this season. So,
I'm sorry, but if the Nick and Lazy are bronze, you South African guys are crazy if this is the level of play you have in bronze ranks. And look at that, Drower suddenly have woken up. That previous attack by them yet again was extremely promising in the Anvil. Lets the ball go. So no goal on the side of the orange side.
Oh, that's an own goal!
Where does that come from?
That is an own goal!
That was a clear to that side. They were just trying to put the ball straight to that end. Bayonet gets a little bit of piece of that and puts it to net. 1 minute 20. Drovers within shooting distance. Now they can be the team who brings us into the overtime and yet again wins this. So far they have been 2 for 2 in the overtime. Still, work to do, but they are looking so much more stronger than the first half of this game.
It really seems like they played with only 1 hand on their controllers on the first half of this game, as his chat banter was quite on point, being able to pull back 2 goals in quick succession. And now we have Bayonet coming with a 4th goal and just making sure that whatever I'm saying is not true at all.
But Biltong was at the end of that one, almost there. He was in the vicinity of the ball, but missed. That would have been crucial for Drower's side. Now they're down by 2 goals again, and will have to do a lot of saving.
Now, let's see if Lazy...
Here we go, another triangle of death.
Here, and now Nick is still there. He takes the ball away from Biltong Sucks, and Lazy actually puts that up nice and high for... Oh, a little bit of working coming in. Then Bayonet comes in once again and cleans up the mess that they made.
My God, this is the show of the Bayonet Nebby Nyan from previous day, really old news. It's Bayonet. Again, if he is the man who has fixed his controller, then by God, he should never let his controller malfunction or I don't know. He should never play with the keyboard and mouse. Maybe he is playing with keyboard and mouse. Who knows? There are some professional keyboard and mouse players, even grand champions. I'm not dissing anyone who's playing on keyboard and mouse. If you've actually got into some grand champion or high rank guy, you're better than me, and I'm playing on the gamepad too. This really show was having long shot. Lazy isn't putting this on the net, but the question where Nyanfa will go. Nyanfa actually leaves it to drop. Actually, great move. Perhaps he saw that someone was going back there. Maybe I'm just giving him too much credit, but really, I think that looked like a smart move. If Nyanfa would have cleared it or stolen this ball, really wouldn't be it doesn't matter. Nyanfa actually gets at least an assist. But if Nyanfa would have cleared that ball off the wall, that clear most likely would have dropped for one of the drawers players to score. Now he leaves it, so the bounce is really weak, and no one gets that.
So there's your free win, boys, and Bayonet answers by thank you, kind sir. You won't go home empty-handed. So now the question is, Dribbles took the first 2 games, Biltong taking the third. So let's say Dribbles did decide, okay, let's keep them a game. The momentum swing going towards Biltong. Do you think that would be nice enough for them to make it back and let the game go to 2-2 for the next one?
See, the thing is, in this style of tournament, I'm not exactly sure whether the Zebra is joking or if he's serious, and in the sense that if he was really just slacking up just a little bit, or he was just trying to pump himself up, just to okay, we lost this one, but we need some BM in the chat, just I don't know, punch at them, maybe drop their morale a bit, raise their morale just a bit as well. So if Biltong really deserved these goals and Drovers really were trying their best to save them, I'd say Biltong and their 6 goals, the largest scoreline we've seen in this tournament. I think that will give them an amazing boost, really. They know they can score a lot. Drovers this time. Oh, server went down for maintenance, because of course it did.
Hashtag Rocket League Psionics things.
Psionics, please. Well, they didn't know. They didn't know we were running a tournament, so no one informed them.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know if you've seen chat, but
I need to find Durkant.
Lucas, he says, Jam, please say Drivers. I love it when you talk foreign.
Drawers.
Oh, there you have it, Lucas. He
Drawers.
said it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What was it? Come on. I need a quick. I want to pronounce it, or at least try to pronounce it correctly. Let me give a second. What was the name of your language again? Sorry,
Afrikaans.
I'm thinking out loud.
It's very close to
the
Netherlands.
So I think Afrikaans on Google Translate is real terrible. It's not someone reading it, or at least a beautiful voice reading it. It's a robotic voice.
Drovers.
Drovers.
But if I'll say, okay, I'll say it in my most Afrikaans accent possible. I think it will be something like Drovers.
All right. And Dutch is just Drovers. So
yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Close enough.
You're very close to it, so I'm enjoying that. And
the party leader has left the game. Yes, I would like to return to main menu as well. Please and thank you.
Joining
we are in the main menu again.
We are going to get back into the game. I will see if it is up, but apparently it's Utopia Colosseum.
That server died.
Colosseum.
Right.
Now my English is just screwed up because I tried switching between whichever Afrikaans, Drovers and stuff. Let's see. Biltong Circus is here. Bayer. Who's playing as Bayer now? Probably Lazy once again. Jar is here. Lazy. Oh, Lazy is actually Lazy once more.
Lazy has run out of the ideas for his nickname. He hated the chat. He loved the chat. He wasn't indifferent to the chat, so maybe that's an idea for next match. But now he is seemingly back to his own Lazy Pro tiers.
So let's see. Nick is here. We have someone joined. Nyanfo joined. Maybe joined. That means Bayonet. Maybe Nyanfo.
Too early, Nyanfo. Too early. Oh, way too early. You're missing. Oh no, actually, you aren't missing anyone. Just the amount of these nicknames. The Biltong team better get into this one before the timer starts. There we go. Just straight into the game. Nyanfo, maybe Bayonet on the side of Biltong.
There's a mention of pings. If we have a quick look at the scoreboard before they kick off, that's exactly what I was talking about. The servers being routing weirdly sometimes. You can see most of Dribbles players having a ping of over 250.
My, really. And the fact that they're actually able to score goals in this ping is amazing. But they're still playing. They're still trying to do something on my end. Since I'm sitting here with beautiful. Actually, I'll quickly check. Next game there is. I'll quickly drop in one of the teams and they'll quickly leave. Before I leave, I'll check my ping and see what's happening. Because on my side, the game is smooth as butter, I have to say. Whatever I'm seeing, it's like everyone's just playing a normal ping and they're playing amazingly. So,
well, they're still playing. I see. DF is saying in chat that they should quit. These players are still going, and what a save actually.
Yeah, that was. He reached for that one. Still say that. Still touched the goal, but it just added a little bit of flair to that one. Biltong sucks. And Zebra Dash actually pinched off the ceiling and almost went in. A little bit of chip on the side. Biltong sucks still on that ball. He wants to make it his own rather. And Drill Worst, after that previous loss, are up in the face of Biltong and trying to pull one shot after the other, keep the ball on that blue side, not giving them a chance. And after some time, well, if everyone will miss, obviously no goal will come.
Oh, he faked!
Oh god, Lazy, what a move.
What a fake from Nianfo, obviously. He went in for that shot and then just decided, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna take the shot, and Lazy committing to that. But it's unfortunate. So now we have a little bit of a tussle there in the middle as Bayonet gets it up and high, and this is dangerous for Biltong, but nonetheless Nebi comes in and gets a nice long clear. And will Bayonet be able to do anything here as he puts it down? What a pass to them, and Nebi with the saves.
Chances, one after the other for Drawers. Another time in front of them. Unfo clears it off the line. My god. Biltong are playing with fire here, or at least Drawers are bringing the fire to the Biltong side. As one after the other shots rattle off the crossbars, off the posts, off the defenders, but still not going in. They had only 4 shots, but I swear to god they had at least 6 chances by this point. And they're still bringing more and more in. Thankfully, Drawers keeping the defender back. They had one moment where they didn't leave anyone in defense. And the Anfield puts it on the backboard with Navy to get. Bayonet not quick enough. Not chance for a counter attack with Drawers. Quick. Lazy does a flip and a half, but can get anything with the exception of Demolition on Nebi. And they again lose the ball. They work so hard to bring the ball to the Biltong side, but as they lose it again, play breaks down.
Well, let's see, as the shots of the pressure seems to be more in favor of Duravors at this stage. But nonetheless, Biltong keeps, whenever they start doing pressure, it seems like they're really getting more shots on net. A wild pass, and Bayonet is down there, getting that finishing touch. But all this work from Nianfo is what made this goal possible.
Oh, little tap to the center side, and it makes for a great cross right there for the Bayonet. And really, it just basically proves if you are not scoring, someone will score on you. And since Drawers missed all of their chances, they're not out of them just yet. A little less than 2 minutes to be played, but what they had, they absolutely wasted and thrown away. Still, it's seemingly Biltong. 1 goal, they're still giving a lot of space for the Drawers side. Well, it's still there, and there's a chance. Then Nick will certainly put that in, and he will 1-1 Drawers back inside.
A little bit of positioning error here from Biltong's side. I mean, there was 2 guys in the corner, not in the net. And then the last person, I think it was Nianfo, he was covering near post for some reason.
I'm pretty sure he had his own reasons, but wow, everyone goes for that aerial. 5 people in the air. Someone gets it eventually, although I think that pile of cards just sent it flying somewhere. Biltong, well, they certainly will be looking for their second one. They might recreate their first goal really by Nianfo yet again on the flank. That more just puts the ball to the other side.
He beat
Chance
two.
Nianfo while still remaining in the attack, and that's a goal for him. Biltong off a terrible, woeful mistake by Drawers as they double commit on this one, and the bounces really don't go their way. Biltong back, or running back, man. They're in lead right now and not giving Drawers a lot of space to work with. Less than a minute. We've been in this situation previously. We've seen ties at the end of these games. It's currently 2-1 in the 4 wins required, and the Warriors certainly will be trying to tie this up in the remaining 48 seconds.
48 seconds left. Will Bolton be able to keep the lead? And Nebby comes and says, you know what? We will do just that.
Really, it's the whole Duel Wars side. There's a miss from Lazy and Nebby. So precise at the end of that. Well, it's a cross at the end of that ball, really. It started as a cross, but just dropped straight in front of the Duel Wars net. So Nebby was just in the right position to take it. Even hard enough for Duel Wars to get back. This pinch will change a lot. Actually, this will mean the back and within 1 goal difference for Duel Wars. If we can find this miraculous 50-50 yet again, then maybe there's something for them. But Duel Wars, obviously built on 3-man, will be still on the field and doing everything that's in their power to just stop the Duel Wars from scoring again.
Indeed, so as this time Nianfo puts it up high across field, will Lazy actually be able to manage? He did, and he pushes this over, and Bayonet tries to go for the pinch shot, but didn't really get the pinch down. This is a long shot on target. Maybe he's there, and he even picks up his savior in the middle of that as the ball goes to the opposite side of the field once more. And let's see if Nianfo can do something with this. Will he put his team in with the nail in the coffin, or will they be able to air dribble this ball something back? Nope, they put it down. Biltong taking this game number 4, tying up this series. And
God, this is already a long one. Actually, we started. Well, I think we started 1 hour ago, and we're still going strong.
Yes,
Something like that. Yeah. Yes, I've been asking you about the stream link shortly after 9 p.m. for me. It's 8 p.m. for you guys. Also, Lucas Lombard has been constantly asking in the chat, will I cast again when you play? Well, if Elf calls for me, yeah, sure. Why not? If I'm free that day. And then again, Lucas asked about the best advice for casters just starting. I'd say, first of all, if you ever really are serious about the casting, make sure you have a proper microphone. I've heard a lot of casters just using whatever it's within their reach. You can sort of work with it, but it sounds so much professional if you have a proper microphone. It could be a headset microphone, just make sure the headset is a good one. Or it could be something like the Snowball microphone, the Audio Technica's one. Mine is by the company called Scarlett. You might buy this one if you wish. Or rather, sorry, Scarlett is the make of the microphone, the company's Focusrite. Right?
I've also heard the Blue Yeti microphones are pretty good.
Yeah. Well, basically, if that's on the technical side, there are many more choices you can pick. But as for the casting side, actually, where is everyone? Am I wrong lobby? I'm all alone in this lobby.
Yes.
I'm first in this lobby.
Left. What?
Wow.
How did you get
back?
No,
I was first in this lobby. I was first in this lobby. No one was here for solid 30 seconds.
I haven't joined the lobby up until now.
Wow, really?
I've
never thought.
What bug is this?
So slow.
Right. Buddy. This is really interesting, and this is something I don't know if you guys do tournaments or just like random plays like this sometimes. But shout out to DF and Lucas or Luke for organizing this stuff for our local scene. Really, this is so much fun, and casting this, I mean, I'm not like this. I'm more serious, and this is more professional. And tonight is just like throw your arms up in the air and party, or you know what I mean.
Exactly. It's a change of pace for me as well. Most of my tournaments, I need to be serious. I need to be professional. I can switch to the professional side, but really, once in a while, you really need to unwind and relax. And it's not like we're just not talking about what's happening on the field. We're not commenting on the play that's happening or describing it. No, we're doing exactly like that, but in our own special way. So everyone needs something like that.
Let's see. So, as we
2-2. This is 2-2. Wow, this is going to be a long one.
There we go. There we go. No, get back! Get back! Get back! Why are you leaving?
Well, because the timer has started and they
but their player joined in as the other one quit. They were 3 versus 3 and then he quit. Actually, DF, the man who is the party host or the hobby host said he's not in the lobby. So please explain how he creates the lobby, but ends up not being in the lobby.
That's a weird one, really. Explain. Well, it doesn't really matter in the end, I think. Sorry, just getting distracted by Discord. A lot of stuff happening. And I'm not even in that many Discord servers. I've heard people being in close to 100. I think 100 is a limit or something.
I believe
That's
I probably
too
have
much
like
for my liking.
15 or something. If it's even that much, and sometimes that even gets distracting.
Yes, really. I've put a lot of these Discords on mute, majority of the channels, just because I don't really need to see the constant notification. Basically, if I see this little white bar saying there are new messages in this Discord server, I need to click on that and see what's happening.
Are you like that
most
as
of it,
well?
It's not interesting. It's majority of the time it's not interesting. So really, I think most of these servers, I either muted the whole server as is, or I muted all the channels with the exception of staff channels.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, there's someone that pings everyone or specifically my name. Obviously, I see it and I will rush to that. But mostly, it's not that.
Okay, now I should definitely look into muting some of these channels as well, because I also have that little bar at the side and just like I have to click on this since it is there.
Yeah.
And now we have Lazy Kappa 123 in chat, please. Everybody in chat, Kappa.
Really, it's Kappa. Kappa isn't a YouTube emotes. Come on, what's this? Does YouTube even have emotes? It's only smileys, those adorable blob smileys.
They do have that. And now we are in game number 5 of this best of 7 for anybody just joining or tuning in later or just randomly clicking on the VOD when it's up. Oh
no!
Can you guys please let me finish my sentence?
No, they will not allow you to do so. Great shot by Lazy, but unfortunately another poor clear by Bayonet.
It feels like Bayonet every single time there's a goal scored against him and he gets the goal in.
Well, not every single time, but he has been known, and a great pitch doesn't go in. Beltang Sucks must have felt that is going straight in. What a great pinch of that would be. The Drawers will have to stay with that one goal. And Beltang attacking really heavily. The Drawers might get another turtle in game, as in which they just sit in defense for as long as possible and endure all these shots by Beltang. And in the end, win by a margin of 1 goal. Only double touches off the backboard. Will there be a third man? No. Drawers, really what I've noticed, and I think it goes sometimes for Beltang as well, they are playing it safe. They're always leaving someone back in the net. As for when you see the professional teams play, usually it's not 2 players in front and then 1 behind. No, all 3 commit to attack. These are some of the most deadlier teams as they bring 3 defenders on the other side, and you're done. You're done. A third man following it up usually scores.
That's so true, and I think mentioning that, I think it is a bit of a more safer play, South African style, since we are always scared of that ping issue. Like, if you commit all 3, then you know, like, there's that chance that your counterpart will be just so much faster than you. And what a shot from Nebi, but Nick is in there just making sure nothing's going to happen. That and Bayonet tries his luck once again, and Yanfo this time tries to go through, but misses his challenge. And now there's 2 people in the corner, but Beltang Sucks pushes this away, and now counter attack is possible for them.
I think he needs to change that nickname. Really, Beltang won 2 games out of 4 that has been played. They don't suck. They're quite good players. Lazy with a setup for the Nick. That exclamation point in the middle of it completely screws up with me trying to figure out his name. Beltang finds the whole blue side as Beltang just completely gangs up, and the Beltang Sucks. Not a surprise, really, if they see a man with the name that is basically saying, hey, your team is sucky. There's a chance yet again, but that is way too fast for anyone to get to. Maybe pass to the center, setup for Lazy, who's waiting right there. Open net. Now Drawers is attacking in force, so they must be. Half the match gone, they need to score that 1 goal. Now they're just stealing the ball off each other, but that's not a strategy. That's not a valid strategy, that's for sure.
Indeed, and Bayonet getting off the back wall and just making a nice long clear, no pressure coming from side. Oh, what a shot! Oh!
Wow!
My voice just cracked with that shot and bars. Just look at this play. Maybe, and then Yanfo just shot that in.
Again, I think Chad is trying to pull off something. Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're live and MK.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have comments about my voice cracking over that shot there.
See, the thing is, it's like the old tale, the boy who cried wolf. So these guys are constantly throwing in the chat, someone is muted, and then when it really happens, you won't believe them, and it'll just keep. Whoa! What a quick play! Then Lazy saving at last possible moment. Kappa 1 to freeze for him. So it certainly was going in quick counterattack chance. Then Nick steals it from his own teammate. The Biltong was right there at his tail, trying to take it off his roof, and for a great shot, really, I think. But it's still a tight game, really.
Real tight.
Well, actually, has tied the game up.
They managed to tie the game up. It's 1 minute 25 remaining.
Unfortunately, no.
This one is open. Yanfa's gonna leave it. Oh, I actually thought he had the hit
too much
there.
aggression.
Just look at Nyan,
no,
he's chasing it. He's like, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take it. Bayonet's coming in to take it, and at the end,
Bayonet almost knocked Nyanfer straight into that dead knock. I think he was just trying to figure out how close he can get to that ball without really touching it. And he actually, I think, got as close as he could possibly get. No credit to Nyanfo, but a lot of credit to Nebby, who finds draw works, this time a bit overextended. 3 men weren't exactly, I don't know, bunched up in one spot, but they were all in the attack. Another chance, Lazy, savior for his team, really. 2 saves for him. Make that almost the 3rd one that is supposed to, with then Nick going backwards for that ball. Or at least that's how it looked with this car. I think it was backwards. Chance for Nyanfo, who isn't putting that in. 3rd save, there it is. Lazy is crucial.
Lazy managing that.
Get power.
3rd save and getting that Guardian medal just tells a tale of how. Oh, and Bayonet misses one and hits the post and gets out of net. And Yanfa's like, ooh, I'll take this to the other side, and gets blown up for his efforts.
My God, Lazy has taken Bayonetta with that flag, but still it's not enough. Post is in the way. He wished that goal was just a little bit wider. Bad luck for him, but yeah, sometimes there are misses. And that one was the painfulest one of them all. And Bayonetta, as he actually bowled, he being kept in the blue side, but everyone's trying to be on attack from the Bulwark side. Beltong, after going down by 2 games, are now finally in the lead in the series, 3-2. Next match is a match point. If Beltong win this one, they are the winners of this. Is this a weekly tournament? Is it a monthly tournament, or is it a tournament that just happens whenever?
Well, this is just a tournament that happens whenever. Basically, what happens is DF and Lucas, Lucas in chat, or Heisenberg Lucas, his online ID, they just said it's off season at this stage for us because we have a league that runs. Leg 1 runs 2 months or whatever, leg 2, leg 3, leg 4, and all builds up to our local LAN in October. So now we have off season for about a month and a half, 2 months, and these guys were like, listen, we don't have tournaments, we don't have anything to do, community, here's a tournament, bam, let's do this whenever. So
okay, just because before the game started, I quickly jumped in, almost getting there right to the start of the game. My pink is South Africa, you might want to cover your ears, 32.
Well, we're used to seeing that. So and we used to crush the dreams of some European guys sometimes in ranked, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
We get called pretty funny names. There's a brilliant play comes up just between Yanfa and Bayonet here, and then Nick actually just getting in between them. But yeah, as I was saying, sometimes crushing some European dreams, as they always some people are considerate and how can you play with this ping, and some people are just like, get the fuck out of my servers, and I swore because this is exactly what they say. And then we just like, sometimes it's even get back to your NA servers, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, well, when you're breaking their dreams, it must be really painful for them and really amazing for you. So keep on doing that, keep on playing amazing Rocket League, as these guys are simply showing today. Built on a little bit more this time than the Drawers. This is what they're doing in the info. What a whiff. Misses the ball, goes for lazy. Just out of the frustrations, try to demolish the opposing player. Misses, well, doesn't get a demolition on that either. But here it is, Drawers in the attack. Still playing a bit passive, but those shots, some of them are just looking straight destined for the net. Sometimes they are passes the info, just left standing deer in the headlights. It was lazy, goes that one in.
It did look indeed like Nyanfo didn't have any boost, and when he tried to do his rotation, he clipped the side post and ramped into net. And then usually when you hit that, it is usually so difficult to retain position, or not position, rotate your car back into a way to control it.
When you are in that position at that point, you are just hoping that the ball might hit you. There's a little gap when you can try and position yourself, but it's still, at that point, it's a point-blank shot. You either need to challenge it before it happens, or as it happens, or you're just leaving it for luck. And that time, the info wasn't lucky. He was on the ground, that ball was going quite high. So no chance for him. Another pinch off the ground. Bayonetta. I've seen him score once like that, but this time Lazy is in the net. Actually, the whole Drover side seemingly was in the net. Just then, powerful shot off the post, not in. Nebi sets it up for the Nick, and the Nick can't put it in either. Quick exchange of attacks by both of the sides, but the Drovers can't score a second one, and Biltong can't put the game to a tie.
And I don't know about you, Jor, but at this stage it feels like this game is the slowest game we've seen in all 5 games, and we are currently busy with the 6, game number 6.
I don't know, it's slow in goals, slow in action. I think these attacks are so quick, one after the other. Biltong sucks. I actually want to bring this to game number 7, it seems, as they are down on their lifeline. This match they must win, and they also must win the next one to be the winners. And all of a sudden, with Biltong winning 3 in a row, Drovers are putting quite a challenge for the blue side, as goals are coming one after the other. And now it's a Biltong who's being capped to a reasonable 2 shots, as Drovers is completely outshooting.
Indeed, and now we see Nabi hitting for the near post, but Lazy being ready for that. And now we see this play starting to pick up. And again, once I told you or asked you about the play being a bit slower, it just feels like these players heard me and it's like, no, we are not playing slow. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So that's what happens usually. Although no, whiffs in the air. Well, that was a bit hard to. Everyone can get them. Bayonet actually sets up one of the Drovers players. Lazy was lurking right there. That's clear off the side, off the angle. That bounces back. Usually it bounces back to the player who's following you. And usually it's the opposing team player who wants to get a piece of that one. So a bit of a dangerous one from Bayonet. But it's really hard to make any play from that angle. Thankfully for the Biltong, that didn't end up in the goal. Unfortunately for Biltong, 2 of the shots by Drovers already did. And overcommitting, really a lot of overcommitting from Biltong, as 3 players go for that aerial. Yes, maybe one can get it, but there's no one to make the follow-up, no one to save the net. If that is happening in Bayonet, I'm missing Bayonet, rather, not Bayonetta. That's a completely different character.
Well, I mean, probably the problem is, I won't say the problem. I'd say Biltong is probably just like overcommitting now, knowing like, okay, well, we have 40 seconds left, we are 2 goals down, we need to throw everything we can.
What? The Nick puts the ball out of the net just as his team put it in. The Nick. Which team are you playing on? Really? You must be a mole on the side of Drovers, because Biltong, that should have been the 3rd goal for Drovers. And instead, the Nick. What does he do? 10 seconds, no chances in this for Biltong. So we are going to the game number 7. And if the man is asking which map should we play next one, my vote goes for Neo Tokyo.
The old Neo Tokyo or the new Neo Tokyo?
No, obviously the new one. No. Screw the old Neo Tokyo. These ramps are the devil, really.
Well, I see Lucas there in chat says they should play on the star base.
No, come on. There's a reason why almost everyone has Starbase and Wasteland as do not like to play on in their filter for maps.
For sure. I mean,
Tokyo I can take now, but everything else no.
I mean, I have both of them disliked as well, especially for ranked games where the change of the pitch can sometimes throw you off. If you were on a nice winning streak, you were reading so well, and now you have Wasteland's curvy nature, and I just can't deal with Wasteland at all. The curves that goes into the inside, you go up for this ball is going to bounce straight up and it goes just a little bit to the left. And now remember that if I'm trying to predict this at 200 ping, so that's really Wasteland. I'll take Starbase over Wasteland.
Come on, really? All right. Fine.
Did you forget to change the server or the?
Well, we've played. Well, we'll take it. Okay, fine. We'll play on whatever. Although yes, just for laughs, it could have been something else. But might be something else now. And the Anfon does join. Final match of the series, 3-3. The whole event is being decided in game number 7. Whoever wins this one is the winner of the whole thing. So do or die, both teams. And there's a do from Biltong Sox. He tries to put that one in quickly. Actually, only 6 seconds have gone. Really, I swear to God, they played for at least 20. No, it's only 6 seconds for right from the start. And Biltong Sox for drawers, opening strongly.
Well, we see the Grand Champ. He's not messing around. He probably let them play up until this point. He wants that to clutch it in the end. So now Nyanfo also going for the double touch, but missing us behind net. Or maybe actually, my bad, puts it up wide, and Bayonetta has this one. Then Nick goes for the pass, and Biltong Sox puts it up onto the backboard, and a bit of a whiffing plays there. Nyanfo also whiffs this. This is an open net now, but Bayonetta gets it up high and still dangerous. Lazy puts it down, but Nyanfo gets there first, and will he be able to grab that boost and do something around with this ball? Maybe put it center as it goes all the way back to his side of the field.
And Nyanfo left the ball. He wanted to get the boost, but Drawers just sort of following him and saying, "Give him the ball, give him the ball, give him the ball." He took the ball, Bayonetta with actually a corkscrew moves right there, a bit of a freestyling. Loses the ball in the end. So freestyling, maybe sub a bit with freestyling. Your team is losing. You need some proper shots, and there's an opportunity right there. Nebi, top. Oh, not exactly top left corner, middle of the net, but left corner certainly post denies him. Still Scruffle, I bet, or no. There's a Scruffle, isn't it? Scruffle is something else.
Scruffle?
No, it is a Scruffle. Yeah, sorry. I do remember that last time when I tried to go for that word, I said something completely else, and I thought that was it. All right, so Kerfuffle, Struffle, Nebi in the mess that was that clear. Does find an end. So Biltong back in the game, and really at this point, it's extremely hard for me to separate these two teams. Really. This last game might go until the overtime. We had 2 overtimes right at the beginning, then no overtimes. Then this finally might go to just very last moment, that golden goal. But from just what we see right now from Drovers, it's really 3 men in weird positions went for that ball, leaving a chance for someone who was still alive on the Biltong side. That was Nebi. Right, this might be a really interesting ending. I'm hoping to see that. Really, this has been an exciting series so far, and with the way that these guys have been playing and games have been progressing, this is a joy to watch.
Bayonetta with a bicycle kick clear there. Kind of weird as Nyanfo tries to push that right through the neck, but he's not having any of that as Biltong Sox, the only Grand Champ around.
What?
Oh, that shot coming in from Lazy. And if I'm correct, he is actually ranked Diamond 2 or something. So, he's not bronze, by the way. He claims himself to be a bronze, but he's playing in the Diamond ranks. And you can absolutely see that as he came off that wall with so much power.
Oh god, that was almost a quick answer. Nebi can't get it in. Nyanfo again, been scored just 5 seconds ago. But what a quick turn of events as Navy puts it in almost on net. Quick save. But since so many players of Drovers have committed, Biltong scores second one and brings this back in. Wow, really? To that laser beam of a shot by Lazy, there's a quick kickoff answer by Biltong, and they're still tied. And might remain tied even if they score a couple. Back and forth this game has been going. This series has been going as well. 2 games for Drovers. I thought, alright, then maybe this is going the way of Drovers. Then suddenly Biltong shooting. 3 games in a row. Drovers bringing one back. Now we're on the 7th game with a 3-3 scoreline. And they're still fighting on the field. And the both defenses sometimes are struggling. Sometimes struggling with the clear. Just too many players committing on one ball. But then again, the attacks from some of these teams are just amazing.
Yes,
unfortunately, no one gets on the end of that Drovers attack.
I mean, I'm just reminding anyone watching still and watching the board later, and even ourselves, is that these players never play with each other. This is not their real team. So everything that's happening tonight is like the first time they're really playing as a team. So that said, I mean, I'm pretty impressed by these guys.
There are calls in the chat to figure out who is the MVP. I might have one in mind, but I won't tell who that is just yet. And that's the Biltong sucks. That's long nickname. This is to my Nianfo with his dribbling prowess. Will he be able to get past Fan or not Fan? That's the Nick. Obviously, no. So last minute of the game is starting. We're close to that.
Last minute.
I'm overhyping that last minute. It still hasn't started. Just in 5 seconds. In 1 second, the final minute will start, and it will redirect by Lazy. It will actually be a good one.
This would be a good one.
Caught off guard.
Lazy with that little chip over everyone's head. He didn't even really do that much power. Just turn it in at the right time, and there was actually no one in net to actually just go up a tad and save it. Lazy, you biscuit. What a nice shot.
You know what? Sometimes the really great moves or shots are being called by the names of the players. Really, that slow chip might be called Lazy Nianfo. Cuts it towards his own net. Biltong sucks, gets the credit. Biltong suddenly from being tied. This was 360 no scope, certainly from Nianfo. He puts it into the wrong net, unfortunately. My God, he would have wished this was going in the Drovers side. Biltong put himself in such a terrible position. Tied game to 2 goals down in a matter of 10 seconds or so. Terrible, terrible, terrible. They might be feeling horrible, but they need to fight on. Nianfo tries to, I think, fake someone from that side. No chance. Nevi needs to play fast, need to clear as fast as possible. They need to find Drovers not in their defense, but it's impossible. Look at that. The Nick is playing so deep and Biltong sucks in midfield. They're not thinking about the attack at this point. They are thinking about keeping their goal safe.
Just so as Nianfo pushes the ball wide to Nebi. Nebi getting the pass over to the right hand side, but not anything happening with that. As chat does say Nianfo please after that epic goal from Lazy puts this one in. What a nice shot coming from Lazy as the Nick once again setting up him as I think he should be a great playmaker during this whole series so far for his team, which is Drovers.
Yeah, and 3 passes really in this game show that, and 3 goals by Lazy. He has suddenly appeared on the field. That laser shot, though, that last shot at the end. Drovers will take this in a thriller of 7 games. They fought hard. Everybody danced. No one dances.
Well,
so Drovers 4-3, best of 7. They are the winners of this time's Rocket League South African 6-man Part 5.
Well,
and the MVP, actually, who is the MVP for you, Elf?
Now that's a question. Well, I have several, depending on which game we're looking at, but I think...
in total, just in general.
I think Nianfo with this own goal deserves MVP in terms of Drovers' side. I think that set them up to win.
Anti-MVP.
The anti-MVP.
Least valuable player.
Honestly, I wanted to give it to Bayonet. He's been so solid for Biltong on defense. during this whole series. And even in game 2, he scored like 5 goals, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So for Biltong's side, definitely will give it to Bayonetta. But in total, or I don't know, who do you think?
My vote goes to Zebra. Biltong sucks, Lily Bay.
Yes.
He wasn't scoring own goals just like Bayonet did. Or a couple of goals certainly went off Bayonet and into the net. I think in general the most solid player was him, and not a surprise.
Yes.
An ex-Grand Champion certainly will be a force on the field.
Well,
but Bayonet, yes, I think if anyone, then if there wasn't for those own goals plus that trouble with the controller at the start of the match, or just the first match being completely terrible by the Bayonet, he was extremely solid. When he was performing on an extreme level. So he certainly did well. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for his team. Biltong, not winners. Throwers are the winners. There is again, I think it's Lucas Lambert has asked whether I had either Biltong or Drawers. I don't think so. I might have eaten some beef jerky and not looked at what it was, and it might have been one of these two. Yeah. But I don't believe it.
I think what you're touching on is perfect. The global MVP, I would give it to CPZ as well in terms of consistency. He was always consistent with whichever he was doing, whether it was passing, saving, or shooting at nets, and even his banter was quite consistent if we have to go that far. So I see there's a call in chat to interview with our MVP. Quick questions. Jar, are you up for that? So we can
sure. Why not?
Try and drag him in somewhere. I see they're all on a different Discord than we are.
Yes. Well, we can if we can somehow get him in here. There's 2 of us, and there's only 1 of him. So maybe we can just invite him to the Shit Pro League Discord, from which we're currently casting.
Oh, that's so true. So let's quickly see if I can just post the. Do you have a link to that Discord? Which I can.
If any other guys aren't in the Shift Pro League Discord, do join, because Shift Pro League is basically starting up again. It has already put a couple of tournaments with no prize pools just yet, but the prize pools will be coming after the Rocket RLCS Open qualifiers. So you might even win prizes to bring in your best South African players and join for the European tournaments. I'm pretty sure you guys can get quite high.
You think? You reckon?
I think so. I'm telling you, from what I've seen from the South American teams right now in the field, these guys have told me were playing for the first time together, or at least not usually playing together.
Yeah, they're usually not playing together.
And with the way they're playing, really, they're playing amazingly.
Okay, so let me just message CPZ quick and tell him to get himself in our Discord. Since chat is requesting an interview.
So he should be here soon then.
Yeah, you should be able to drag him in to one of the chats. I don't know if the cast
chat is. As soon as he gets in the voice chat, I'm pretty sure I'll too. I'm quite powerful in this one.
I am the power.
Be able to do so. Yeah.
I am the power. So yeah, let's see if he can join. I have my in-game sounds off at this stage, so that we can hear everybody nice and clean.
Yeah. If someone is leaving at this point, thanks for being an amazing audience in the chat. It's been a pleasure for me to join. Really. Thanks for Elf for inviting me as well.
Yeah, no problem. What happened, to be honest, is I asked one of our local casters as well, and he said it's fine and everything. So now I was like spamming him from 7. I'm like, dude, are you gonna cast? And he said no, he's busy with ESL Hearthstone stuff. And I'm like, oh damn, who am I gonna ask? And my other caster is having his 1-year anniversary with his girlfriend, and I'm like,
right.
And then it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna bring some EU flavor into this. And here you are.
And here I am. Look at me, I'm the EU flavor.
Let's see, is CPZ in here yet? Somewhere in one of the rooms, no? CPZ.
Yeah, let me take a look. No, still not here. I'm hoping he is in right Discord.
Well, I sent him some link in the private chat.
Right. Well, hopefully we'll get him here soon. I think it's a prime time for me to quickly plug who I am and what I'm doing. I'm Jam. I do Rocket League casting, as you might have noticed. I started with Shift Pro League, and this is where Elf is also from, at least where we are together from. He has joined quite late. But still, for a bit, the Shift Pro League was basically the South African casting team of Elf and Altruism. Yeah, 3 or so tournaments, really. It was quite fun.
Yeah, I mean, well, what happened is actually Altruism and we like submitted a random. Oh, what happened is I streamed one of the games and I told Alt, well, if you really want to put the thing on Reddit, I mean, you're more welcome. And he said, okay, he's going to give it a shot. And Pure paid, which was SPL paid at that stage. He's like, listen, we need you guys, and it seems like I'm in the Netherlands, so you are the same time zone. Do you guys mind casting for us? And we just like, well, sure, it's EU exposure. Maybe someday we'll get our South African voices out somewhere. And so it happened to work out, and now we are one of the main casters for SPL, which is quite awesome. And apparently CPZ says he is in our Discord, if you be so.
Let me see if I see him. There it is, CPZ. So, ladies and gentlemen, the MVP, by my version, I think, CPZ. Oh, sorry, couldn't drag him. Can I drag him? Can I drag him here?
Otherwise, we can just join room 2 or room 1. Which
I'm surprised. Is it something? I'll move to. Yeah, I can. You know what? I can move him to Staff HQ and Staff Hangout, but I can't move him to the casters room. Well, there's limit. All right, let's drop down to room number 1 then.
Yeah, okay, let's see that. Yo. Well, hello.
Hey, CPZ.
Hello.
Well, people have asked for interviews, so the first question. So, how are you feeling after that game?
Well, I'm not really that hyped. It was pretty easy. We had it in the bag from the start. I think we made that clear.
Well, I mean, you definitely did. I mean, even after the hockey game, you just like said, nah, whatever. After that, was it game 3? He was like, oh, we just gave
told
you
Neon
this
I'm going to play with 2 hands. Told Neon I'm going to play with 2 hands now, so... you know? So, I think the team's feeling good, though. I think we had, like, a lot of fun just meeting, like, new people and, you know, just playing with them, getting to know other people in the community a bit. So that was really cool.
And consistency-wise, I mean, Jar and I was discussing that as well, is that obviously, since you are the highest rank around, you are the most consistent, and hence you are the MVP. And I also said that you are the highest consistent banter during the course of the tournament.
I think that goes to Bayonet, the banter. I spammed wait, that guy spammed a lot of rude things at us. Well, I don't know, like, it's hard, I think, for any player to just be thrown in like a random game with, you know, people you don't know, you haven't played with them before, you don't know like how they rotate. I think Fennec had a little bit of an issue, like understanding sometimes like how our rotations were going, but then like the last 2 games, he just like got it, and then he like took off, and it was pretty smooth sailing from there, I guess.
Hey, Jar?
Any questions from me? I came unprepared to this interview, really.
Oh, you and me both, man. I didn't know we even doing an interview.
Well, chat has requested. Just has requested an interview. We'll all be happy to oblige. So this is exactly what we're doing.
Well,
let's what is your opinion? My question is, since this is almost the first foray into South African scene, I do believe I've seen you guys or the South African teams play once before. But really, what is your opinion on South African teams, or just the African region in general, as compared to the other regions?
Well, that's really hard. Like, I think right now we have like a lot of potential. There's a lot of good teams. Like, teams have suddenly, I mean, over the last like 2 seasons, like in our BGL and our Premier League, You see like the more consistent, stronger teams are breaking through. I mean, VPX came out of nowhere. There's IVE now. When we started playing, there was literally just 2 teams. In a world point of view, though, we're still really far behind, and I think that the community we don't really have enough exposure, really, and a lot of people kind of feel disheartened. Like if you join DGL and then you're like, oh well, these 8 teams are just gonna destroy us every single time. Even like in our ACGLs, the same sort of stuff happened. That's why I think these guys have started doing this, and Timmy also started doing his little tournament thing where you just, mix up the teams a bit, then, get other people involved in the community. And, get to play with better players, maybe learn something. So, world point, sorry, I went a bit off topic. We're still a bit behind, but I think if we just keep at it, we have a lot of potential. I think, especially if Neon can just stop playing Overwatch, maybe he'll get Grand Champ one of these days.
You heard that, Neon?
Start
working.
DK has a lot of talented players. Mother's really good. This is the first time I'm playing with Lazy, but like it's someone I felt we could just throw in, and he actually understood the flow really well. I think a lot of people struggle with that. And then the VXP guys, literally, I'd say 50% of the Prem teams, and they're still up and coming teams that are coming through. And if those guys just keep at it, and we do more of this, like playing with each other and also playing internationally, because the play style changes a lot and it gets a lot harder at the higher levels. If you actually play the Grand Champs of these seasons, they are ridiculously good compared to, my fake GC season 3, like the pleb GC title. So, yeah.
Chat was just calling you out for boosted Grand Champ, so that's also something going around in the local scene, saying CPZ's been boosted. But nonetheless, we have our own little stuff going around, and the dramas and stuff. So DF actually thanks you for the VXP mention, by the way, CPZ.
I don't know. It's they're calling you boosted, but you're the MVP that's currently doing this interview, not anyone else in those teams. So I don't know what you're on about, chat. He deserves to be here.
So my last question would be...
Take that, chat.
Take that. The jar of EU has spoken. So my last question, going back to something like the worldview, which Jar mentioned. Do you think if we eventually get service, as Hanix Kori did mention on Reddit, they are working on providers in South Africa or whatever, will our, I almost want to say, not playstyle, current performance versus EU start to deteriorate actually when we get our own service because of change of pace, change of playstyle, and being matched against local guys?
I think the addition of the South African servers will be really fun, but as a personal opinion of mine, I think they shouldn't give us ranked for us just yet, because we're just going to have like a massive influx of, I don't know if you recall what happened to like the Australian scene, where you can compare like a GC from Australia, you put them versus, a GC from EU, and they generally, not always, but generally they'll get smashed. So when regions are stuck like with a smaller player base and less people playing, they tend to grow slower, especially if EU's already developed, EU's already at the top, so us playing with them, we learn more than if we try pioneer our own way right now. I think it would be, to see what it's like on ping and have like our own fun games and things. But realistically speaking, we should probably still be queuing EU. There's a lot more to learn from the better players than from each other, I guess. For now. Anyways.
So at the end of the day, it comes down to our private matches and so forth will be hosted on locally, and that would be probably better in terms of not whiffing that much, hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean, unranked games would also be fun, you know. Then you'd also get the same sort of thing we kind of getting here. So
it basically would be like Jar going and playing NA servers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
is Jar good?
Jar?
Oh, I thought you flaming NA.
No.
I mean, Australia did be one of their teams. Just throwing that up there.
Well, Jar, I don't know if you have any last questions, but I think you can ask one more question. Then we can ask chat for one more question. I'll read the first question unless it's something weird or something that's not meant to be read online.
Well, let's ask the chat first, because my question to Zebra was what does he wants to ask the chat? But I'm pretty sure if he asks chat something absolutely rude, then chat will certainly respond with something even worse. Chat
will just say boosted. So I don't know.
Well, who's in chat?
A lot of people.
Well, your favorite cool guys in there, or should I don't know, cool guys in there, and
that's Neon's favorite.
Neon's favorite.
Nini's favorite.
Oh, Nini. He's called Nini as a by cool guy. So yeah, we got our own little stuff going on, and Bionet is still there, and Lucas is still there, and other than that, I do not know at this stage who's still there. There's still a few people.
Do you have a question for chat?
Okay, so
why aren't you guys signing up for ACGL? Huh?
Well, there you have Zebra's question to chat. Why are you guys not signing up for ACGL? We have one question here from DF though, and Lucas asking the same thing. Can you believe it? How much rage was in your comms?
Rage?
Apparently.
I don't think there was one. We laughed the whole way when they asked us to stop flaming. We got a little upset because I think both teams were having a lot of fun just with the back and forth. I mean, there was no actual malicious intent or anything. We all know each other. We all just, there for fun, pointing out each other's mistakes, calling each other boosted.
Well, Jar and I certainly were having quite fun with the banter going around during game time. Reading that every now and then was really something to behold, and calling other neighbors and then calling their moms and so forth. So was really something to read. So yeah, no, that was quite fun. And thank you for being there, Zeb, and thank you for coming to this unexpected interview. And I hope you had fun, and let's do this again.
Yeah. Cool, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Sweet.
Cheers.
Cheers. Right, so it only remains for Ralph and me to say goodnight, it seems.
Indeed, and once again, Jar, thanks for joining on such short notice. Actually, like, I think it was 25 minutes beforehand. I was like, just come across this random South African guys with me. Come see all the whiffs and all the tricks we have up our sleeves on our 180 ping. And I really hope you enjoyed
all of those 2 hours, really.
It's been 2 hours already. Wow, I didn't even realize I asked you for an hour and a half. But nonetheless, thank you for being here. Everybody in chat, spamming chat, especially in the start there. Thanks for all the banter and all the memes and all the muting and I don't know what else. But I really enjoyed tonight. I think more than I've enjoyed any cast so far, and this was by far one of the best random nights, if I can call it that much.
Well, it certainly was a fun tournament. I don't know how tournaments usually go, but at least from what I've seen, if this has been really high quality. I've been promised. I'll quote the specific way that Elf has phrased it. Want to come cast some bad Rocket League games? I disagree with him. I think the games we've cast were really great Rocket League games.
It's fun. The only reason I went for the bad part was the fact that these players are playing with teams they do not know. They do not know their rotations. They did not know who's going where, who's going to the attack. So I would really like you to one day probably jump in and cast or just spectate when, you know, our top teams are actually versing each other.
Right. Well, if maybe there will be a tournament, some big one, just link me to it somewhere. I'll come and watch. It's the best of the best of South Africa, or just the Africa, putting their hats together. That should be interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's me signing off, Jar. If you have any last words for the guys still there in chat,
yes,
now's your time.
I'll try to fit as much self-promotion as possible. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch as JarXJam. That's JarXJam, one word. I also can be found on Shift Pro League when the tournaments are around, or almost every single week on Pro Rivalry League. That's at Pro Rivalry, doing Rocket League cast. You can also, I'm inviting everyone who's a player in this little tournament to get a team and participate in some of the European PRL tournaments. The next one will be on Saturday at 3:30 British summertime. So for you guys, it's I think 4:30 rather. The start time, the registration ends 30 minutes before that. So next Saturday, this must be maybe the registration's already opened. If not, just check prorl.com or at Pro Rivalry, the Twitter, the Twitch. It's real. We have really fun tournaments, but the skill level is quite high. I do warn you. So bring out your best, South Africa.
Yes, indeed. And then again, Jar, thanks for being here with me. Thanks everybody in chat. And check the links down below to follow South African Rocket League on Facebook and on Discord. And my Twitter is linked on there. Well, big shout out to DF and Lucas for organizing this whole Biltong versus Drovo South African flavors tournament thingy, 6-mans as they call it. Best of 7s and 2-game warm-up beforehand. And Timmy also doing his stuff, and then you guys can find that details down below for whenever there's a next one. I will try and link whenever and promote these stuff whenever it happens, as you have seen the Steam groups and all the other places, Twitters and wherever we can do promotion. I will try my best. So to keep updated with me, just like or subscribe, and like if you want this video, but subscribe the video and follow me on Twitch on this. It's twitch.tv elf_ZA. So yeah, catch up with me there. Cheers everyone.